folks, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my subscribers. If you're new here, hello. Just a recap. When I purchased my home, there was a shipping container that was made into a mother-in-law's house, I guess you would call it. And when the original owner put it together, there was a lot of errors made in it. It started out to be a leak like around the window, and we noticed some moisture in the carpet, so it kept that vacuumed up and ended up tearing out the walls underneath that window. This winter we had heavy rains, and I think there was already like a small rust spot at the top, which we tried to seal, but didn't quite get it done. It didn't hold. So we got more water, and I was in the hospital for a while and wasn't able to get over and check on this for a few months. And the water, when I did go in there, because I tried to keep a dehumidifier going, when I went in there, there was water all over the floor, and mold started in all the rooms. So obviously we're in for remediation. Going to take everything out and dry it all out, and then replace the floors and cabinets and so forth. So anyway, that's what the project is. I've already gone through and sprayed mold control, been keeping those surfaces wiped, and the odor, that musky smell, is gone. So now it's time to pull up the flooring. So that's where we are. So let me get suited up, get in there, and I want to rip out the hallway floor that's next to the back door, and in the kitchen floor, and find out what's going on in there. So to start with, I am going to sweep up this kitty litter and change the dehumidifier to get that running again, and then I'm going to rip up the flooring in here and the baseboards, and I want to see if I can get this door open. I have to open it very carefully, or that's going to fall down on me, and I don't really want that. If it happens, it happens. But if I can get this door open, I'll be able to get this table and ugly chair out. So I'm going to do some cleanup. Oh, I'd like to jump in here real quick while I'm doing my everyday cleaning and ask you if you could subscribe, like, and if you'd like to support my channel for this project, please buy me a coffee. Link is below. Thanks. Okay, so here we go. I think the hardest part about this is me getting up and down off the floor. I got my knee pads on. I feel like RoboCop or something. Anyway, let's go. Oh, look at that. That is bad. They didn't put any paper underneath it. And they glued the slats together. So this is way worse than I thought it would be. Oh. Okay, so that was kind of a bust. That flooring, it looks like there's what do you call that? A particle board that was underneath the laminate flooring, and it was just wet. I did not expect that it was going to be wet underneath there. So now I have to do the drying process for the floors all over again, because that looks really wet. But the flooring in the living room area was wet too, and now it's dry. So it's just that it's particle board and it's rotting, and I'm just afraid I might fall through. It's just one weak spot. It's just one weak spot on the back end. So I'll spray that down, and then I'm gonna go back in tomorrow and take up the rest of it. Just because I want to stand on one, I don't want to stand on the mold when I'm spraying it. I just want to get that mold control on there, let it sit, do its job, and then come back the next day and then pull up that one. So hopefully it will be dry enough that I can stand on the other area. If that makes sense. I don't know. If that doesn't make sense, I don't know. But anyways, that's the plan. And then after I get that taken care of, I'm going to pull up the kitchen flooring and cross our fingers that it is not wet under there. So I'm going to take a quick lunch break and do some resting and be back at this tomorrow. Okay, got it up. I forgot that baseboard over there, but I'll pull that up. And it looks like they used particle board, which really absorbs moisture. And then it starts to crumble, which it is doing over there by that baseboard. I have sprayed it down really good with the mold control. And the part that I did yesterday, you can kind of see the line. It's starting to dry. But this part right here is really wet. I am really surprised to see all this. I mean, I thought it might be damp, but not falling apart. Okay, so I got that section torn out and sprayed down with the mold control, and the fan's drying on it so that hopefully it will dry out. It's like I'm starting all over again, drying out the living room area, which was soaking wet. I'll put a picture in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a short break, get some lunch, and start on that kitchen floor. And hopefully, fingers crossed, that it's not wet like that back door was. Kind of takes a little bit out of the motivation to get things done when it just, every time I do something, if there's a bigger project that goes with it. And I guess that's just typical when you do remodeling, that you're going to run in to, oh, wait, there's more. And yeah, wait, there's more. So anyway, break time, and then I'll get back to it. Okay. Blah. Stop right here. I sprayed all that down, and I want to let that dry before I step on those. Before I take out those other boards, just so I have something to step on. I didn't want to walk on that. So, this flooring looks good. So, now I can tell where the damage came from. Underneath the sink, there's mold under there. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. I am hot, exhausted. I know it didn't look like much, but dealing with that mold in between, and then of course moving things around for cleanup, made it a little tough, a little bit harder than what I thought. Again, things don't always go to plan. So I'm leaving the extra boards in there because I sprayed the mold control on that area, and it'll make it easier for me to walk around in there. Once that dries, I can pull the other boards up. I don't want to walk on that mold the way it is right now because it's kind of slimy. So I would thank you very much for tuning in and staying to the end. Hopefully next week I'll have more done. Thanks a lot. Bye.